Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter percents. The lessons we're going to cover today are percents of change, solve percent equations, convert between percents, fractions, and decimals. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 9 math. Chapter we are on right now is persons. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is percent of change. What is the percent of change from 25 to 26? So the value is increasing from 25 to 26, right? So you have to see how the value is increasing. So from 25 to 26, that is an increase of 1, and the original value is the 25. So you have to divide 1 by 25, that is 0.04. That is an increase, 4% increase. That is a 4% increase. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the percent of change from? What is the percent of change from 5,000 to 7,000? So 5,000 to 7,000, that is an increase. The value is increasing by 2,000, right? The value, starting value is 5,000, so that is amount of change is 2,000. The original value is 5,000. So 2 by 5 is 0.4. That means that is an increase, 40% increase. It is the correct option is 40% increase. What is the percent of change from 50 to 38? From 50 to 38, that is a decrease, right? So 38 minus 50 is 12, and 12 divided by 50 is 24% decrease it is. That is the decrease. The correct option is 24% decrease. The correct option is 24% decrease. What is the percent of change from 800,000 to 1 lakh? That is an increase, right? So you have to subtract 1 minus 800,000, that is 200,000. So 200,000, 2 divided by 8 is 0.25. So that is an increase, 25% increase. It is the correct option is 25% increase. What is the percent of change from 200,000 to 100,000? That is a decrease. How much decrease it is, which is the correct option? That is 50% decrease. It is the value is decreasing by 50%. What is the percent of change from 4 to 7? So that is an increase, right? 4 to 7. So the change is 3 divided by 4. That is 75%. So that means that is increasing by 75%. Option number 3 is the correct option. That is 75% increase. What is the percent of change from 60 to 81? 60 to 81 increase it is, right? So 60 to 81, 21 divided by 60, that is 35% increase. The correct option is 35% increase it is. Option number 3 is the correct option. What is the percent of change from 35 to 21? That is an increase from 35 to 41. So 21 minus 35 is 14. 14 divided by 35 is 40% decrease. It is the correct option is 40% decrease. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is solve percent equations. Okay, 100% of what number is 17? Which is the correct option? 100% of something means the total, right? That is 100% of 17 is 17. Let's just start with the test questions. $6 it is what percent of $6? So which is the correct option? $6 is 100% of $6, right? $22 is 40% of what number? 22 is the part, right? 22 is 40% of 22 is 40% of what number? You need to calculate the whole number. 22 is the part. 22 divided by whole number equals 40 over 100. So you have to do 22 times 100 over 40 equals W. So let me just do calculations. 2200 divided by 40. That is 55. So that means 22 is 40% of 55. The correct option is 55. Option number 1 is the correct option. 30% of what number is 12? You need to calculate the whole number. 30% of what number is 12? 12 divided by whole number, 30 divided by 100. So W equals 12 times 100 divided by 30. So the correct option is 40. 12 is 30% of 40. 100% of what number is 17, which is the correct option? 100% of 17 is 17. The correct option is 17. Sixty percent of 5 is 60% of 5 is 5 is the whole number. P equals 60 times 5 over 100. 5 times 6 is 30. That is 3. The correct option is 3. So that means 60% of 5 is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. 20% of 15 is what number? 20% of 15 is what number? 15 is the whole number, right? 20% of 15. 20% of 15 is 13. 3, sorry, not 13. Option number 1 is the correct option. 3 it is. What percent of 60 is 54? 90% of 60 is 54. The correct option is 90%. 'What percent of 4 is 2? Which is the correct option? That is 50%. Option number 1 is the correct option. Seventy-five percent of 4 is that is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. 21 is what percent of 84, which is the correct option? That is 25%. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is convert between fractions, percents, fractions, and decimals. How do you write 0.58 as a percentage form? So whenever you have to write down the um, decimal as a percentage form, you need to multiply that decimal with 100%. So simply multiply it by the 100%. So 0.58 times 100 is 58%. Let's just start with the test questions. What is 0.7%? 0.7 as a percentage, so you need to multiply 0.7 times 100, so that is 70%. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is 8% as a decimal? 8% as a decimal is 0.8. You need to divide it by the 100. 8 by 100 is, sorry, 0.08, not 0.8. When you divide it by the 100, that would be 0.08. What is 75? How do you write 75% as a fraction in simplest form? You can write it as 75 over 100, right? So 75 over 100 is 3 over 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. How do you write 0.58 as a percentage form? So whenever you have to convert from decimal to percentage form, you need to multiply it by the 100. That is 58%. Option number 2 is the correct option. How do you write 45% as a fraction in simplest form? So which is the correct option? – 45% in simplest form, right? 9 over 20. It is option number 2 is the correct option. How do you write 64% as a decimal? – 64% as a decimal is 0.64. You need to divide it by the 100. That is 0.64. Option number 2 is the correct option. What? How do you write 1 by 2 as a percentage? So, which is the correct option? That is 50%. Option number 1 is the correct option. How do you write 0.5% as a 0 0.5 as a percentage? So that is 50%. The correct option is 50%. 69% as a decimal is 0.69. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is percents. The lessons we have covered today are percent of change, solve percent equations, convert between persons, fractions, and decimals. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please ask questions if you have any. Any questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.